All right, today we are testing a simpler formula than our usual contraption, and it is a paraffin wax based formula. It is a modification of Tech Ingredients, what was it? High performance smoke device video. But so basically what it is it's, his formula is this. It's 8 parts sugar, 12 parts potassium nitrate, and 10 parts paraffin wax. The formula I'm testing today is the same, except I dropped the paraffin wax down to 7 to 8 parts. Just because I would test that formula in the past, and it would really pulsate. I did not really like it. The other issue with that is that the optical density is low because it's a fogging formula. But whatever, we'll see how it works. It's very easy to make for this. This is what it looks like. I'm gonna come up there and show you with my light, my foggy glasses. Yeah, so this is just like a pellet kinda. And this has a helical igniter with thermic prime. We're gonna test it out, see if it ignites and how it works. This is the INV83 kit, by the way. And on the bottom of this, we have a 2-inch washer with a 1/2-inch exit orifice. And yeah, we're not using the flutter valve because potassium nitrate is our oxidizer, and that will be way too hot for the silicone valve. And then this, the INV83, the fuse head, you just screw on, you stick it like in the helical igniter, and it just lights by proximity. All right, here we go. Oh, son of a bitch. All right.
Was that a dud?
No, well, yeah. That's the problem with that formula. It's so fucking hard to ignite. Dude, I don't even, oh, but it's, I wonder if I can light it. Oh, I hate this shit. That's why I don't use this wax formula. I might be able to light it.
Don't do this at home, kids.
Yeah, it just won't maintain its... I wonder if it'll even ignite at all. All right, here's the pellet. The primer I used was Thermic Prime. Like, I don't know how much hotter this needs to be, or if it's
it needs
not
less wax.
All right, maybe it's not homogeneous. Dude, fuck that shit. That's a fail. This thing is as inert as a potato. All right, so yesterday was a flop. What I did is I remade this composition. I'm gonna see if I can show you. I don't have a headlamp. Hopefully there's enough ambient light. All right, I'll stay back here, I guess. So this time I did, well, first of all, last time I used powdered sugar. So I used granulated sugar that I ground up. Powdered sugar is 3% cornstarch as an anti-caking agent. So anyway, in this formula I use granulated. I ground it in a blender, and then I used a different potassium nitrate as well. The ratio is 13 parts potassium nitrate, 8 parts sugar, and 8 parts wax. Now, I wonder if I do actually need more wax. You know, if that formula was tweaked, you know, if me adding more oxidizer makes it more difficult to ignite. Sometimes potassium nitrate's like that. Another cool trick I started doing, well, I just started doing it now, is painting the undersides of these spoons white with a white primer coat, and then I just hit it with some orange spray paint, because it doesn't affect its appearance, its outward appearance when it's assembled, but it gives you the ability to find the spoon at least. All right, so, and what I used as a primer here is a storm match, and, oh, it was supposed to be connected. Whoops. Oh, well. Oh, I'll just have to make sure it goes in the hole. I used a storm match, and then I used a 50-50 blend of potassium nitrate and sugar. So if this doesn't ignite, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to say. So sometimes I have noticed that certain waxes do not work as well as others. Paraffin wax is what you need. I've done this, you know, and 2 years ago I started playing with this formula because Tech Ingredients did it, and he's awesome, by the way. So, and the other thing I did was once I combined all the ingredients, the melted paraffin and the other ingredients, I removed the heat. So I let it, because there is some settling when the wax is melted. So I think that affected the homogeneity of the composition yesterday. This is the INV83. I sell this on my website. Shameless plug. I have a steel washer for the exit orifice. All right, here we go. I honestly don't think it's gonna work. I don't think it's gonna work, personally. Oh, that's a big spider. That was the old formula. That's some bullshit, man. The reason it made so much noise is because it's the H48 composition that I use in the pull cord kits, and back in the day I used to use the pull cord comp in the fuse igniters. Since then I have changed it to a silent ignition mix, but you know what, that was garbage. So I brought this extra fun one. Oh, not this one, just so you guys don't feel ripped off by this fail. So this is a very compact little guy. This contains the Doomsday formula. I was supposed to send this to Dirty Civilian, but he won't answer my emails. So if you want to harass him for me, that would be great. Tell him to respond to Invention Incarnate. Yeah, so I emailed him a few months ago saying, hey, you should want to try all these different devices or whatever. And yeah, I didn't hear anything back. And then I emailed him again, and then I sent him a Stan email. Lyrics, anyway. All right, so this is the Doomsday Composition in a very compact. This is a weed stash container from Amazon. The thing with it is that for a smoke device, this will only work with, you'll only get enough smoke from the Doomsday mix. You know, if this were a TPA thing, it would just be like, pfft. But anyway, here's this. It should be quieter. There's so much smoke. Look at that. Look at that, dude. Holy shit. I love that mix. I mean, it smells nasty, but boy, does it work well. Holy cow. Dude. Look at that. And the humidity's so high, it's just gonna look at how fucking cool that is. Dude, how's it look without this light? Oh my God. So a canister that small would really only be effective with, you know, that formula or something else that's comparable that uses HC. It is nasty smelling. It's very difficult to make. It's very obnoxious to make because you have to mix it as an epoxy and you use PBAN. And the PBAN is super sticky. It is just so, and it takes like a week to cure. That one was curing for a month as I was waiting for his reply, which I did not get. You can get those kits on my website. At least check it out. There's a whole bunch of good free information on there. Okay, love you, bye.